My name is Nicole Husbands. I'm the Young Adult and Outreach Services Librarian at Indian Valley Public Library. These are my co-hosts, Judy and Joe, for this really brief video where I'm going to be talking about the intersection of early learning, public libraries, and summer engagement. So to kick off, I just want to talk about the mission of Indian Valley Public Library Services. But if you take a look at your local library, what their missions will be a little different, but they will have the same core values of inspiring lifelong learning. And normally when people talk about lifelong learning, they're really focusing on older people or adults, but lifelong learning includes the young people, especially the young people that we serve and that you serve. So take a look at your local library's mission and see if it aligns to your mission. There'll probably be some overlap. So this is a snapshot of the things that we offer at Indian Valley Public Library. And I can't guarantee that your local library will have all these things, but they will have some versions of it. They may have even more. So we all have different capacities and different skills on our staff. But for us, we're really focused on providing services, which include internet and access to computers and technology, because that is definitely a very big portion of trying to make sure we're ensuring equity, diversity, and inclusion in our things. It's about including technology in there. And we also have, I always like to say, books and more. And we're going to be doing curbside delivery for people who don't want to come into the library. But we're also focused on community engagement. And a part of that is virtual story times, and hopefully at some point we're able to get everyone back in. We do a book a librarian person where we can come virtually into your classroom or your organization and work with the young people. We have bookfinders, grab and go kits, and summer learning. And this is all for free or low cost. Summer learning, you may have heard summer reading, but summer learning is it's like that, but it's an extension. It's focused on reading, but all these other skills that we want to encourage in young people. Actually, summer learning is for all ages, but we really want to encourage young people because we know the slide. It's especially when children are very young, every month really does count. So libraries are here to support childcare centers, they're here to support parents, and they're here to support the young people in their educational journey, providing activities, whether they're hands-on or virtual at this point. And they're going to be a little different. A lot of us are still trying to figure out exactly how our summer is going to be looking. But you will see throughout the summer at your local library something called Tales and Tales or Summer Quests. It may have different branding, but all of it is summer learning, and that's the definition of it. So normally we are going to be using Beanstack, which is an online, they call it Fitbit for reading, but it's an online way to encourage reading, but also other activities that encourage. We are also having a paper version of them that you can pick up or print out from the library. So you can just take a look and see what your local library is doing. So this may be something that you can bring over to your center. When I was a director of a child care center, we incorporated our library visits into our weekly, walking when we have to be outside. That was a part of our walk. We went to story times and we had a really good relationship with our local library because we were that fortunate. So this is going to be libraries by county. I'm going to have a sheet for you that will include these hyperlinks that you can figure out the closest ones to you to try to see what they're doing. So in the end, I just want to do a basic challenge for you, like a basic action item. Find your closest library and just check out what they have and the activities they have. And then if you want to take a challenge, reach out to the youth services staff or the children's librarian and see how you can create a partnership. A part of the way that libraries get funding is by collaborating, is by having people use the library to show that we are still relevant and supporting you. So we know what we think you want, but a great way is to reach out and say, this is the need that we have. What can you help us? What can we do to help us fill those needs? Because we aren't necessarily in your shoes. And it's been a while since I was in charge of a childcare center. So I'm not sure what a childcare center exactly would want, but I'm pretty sure that I would want to provide them and have that connection with them. So reach out to your local libraries, see what they have, and hopefully this was informative. Again, my name is Nicole Husbands, and if you do want to contact me, I will have my contact information on the sheet. And feel free to reach out to me, even though I may not be your local librarian.